Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And it wouldn't be a day if we didn't have a Lorna Slater story, so here's one for your enjoyment. It's going back a little bit at time. It's just emerged and been released that there was, let's say, a communication by Lorna Slater, in which she once claimed that businesses should not be out of pocket over DRS delays. Now, she said this, and now she's going, no, we can't have the compensation because we're just delaying, we're not stopping it. But she'd already said that they should not be out of pocket because of the delays. And of course, any firm that is in any way out of pocket because they said it was going to be delayed, they'll just take them to court, because that is actually a damage. That's capital tied up for a long period of time that could have been used elsewhere. That can be damaging to the business. That is a claim. She knows this, and that's why she's trying to sort of pass it off. Firstly, she wants to pass it off to Westminster. Then she wants to downplay it and underplay it so that the businesses won't come after her. But these businesses have got some very good lawyers, and they will be coming after them. And she, of course, is the one that's personally responsible. How is she still in a job? Who knows? If anyone else had been as bad at their job as Lorna Slater, they would be down the road with their cards. But not her, apparently. Send her back to Canada. I don't even suppose the Canadians want her back, though, to be honest. Anyway, we'll have a look at this story and see what's going on and see what she actually said and now why she's saying the complete opposite. Hypocrisy, isn't it? Anyway, here goes. So, Lorna Slater once claimed businesses should not be out of pocket over DRS delays. It is emerged. This bungling minister, I'd call her a lot worse than bungling, ham-fisted bun vendor, really. She's been urged to do the right thing and reimburse businesses for the delays which she has caused by her sheer incompetence. Although that can be applied to just about everything she's ever done. She is a very, very stupid woman. Ignorant, moronic, hasn't got a clue, doesn't understand what she doesn't understand, and won't ask experts because she's afraid of the answers. Anyway, Lorna Slater once claimed that businesses should not be out of pocket over the botched deposit return scheme for delays out with their control. It has emerged. What she was thinking when she said this, of course, was that if any problems come up, it will be Westminster forcing, that would be forced to repay this money. And of course, it isn't. It isn't Westminster. It is going to be the Scottish taxpayer. Because, ultimately that's where it's going to be. Either by an increase in taxes or by a cut in essential services, the NHS or social care or some such. And that's what she has done. So now she's trying to downplay it. Go, no, please don't. It's just delayed, you're not stopping it. It ain't going to wash, is it? Anyway, the Scottish Conservatives have urged ministers to do the right thing and reimburse the businesses for the decision to delay the scheme until at least 2025, after uncovering comments made by the Circular Economy Minister 18 months ago. Scotland's biggest soft drinks companies are set to demand tens of millions of pounds in compensation, with the likes of Coca-Cola, Red Bull, Britvic, and of course Iron Brew maker AG Bar, all seeking to claw back at least some of their investment. And it's quite a lot. And then you've got others as well. There's distribution people. There's the people that are set up to collect it. Bibby alone, like I said, they went and basically spent nearly 200 million. They want their money back, and she hasn't got a clue. She doesn't know how to deal with it. It's got so big and so out of control that she's just standing there astonished and frozen. She's incapable of taking any kind of sentient action. She has completely shut down her mind. To watch her, actually, I'll just laughing at her because she just look when people ask her a question. And if you see it, she sits there, she's very strident because she's got her notes, she's reading her note. Then someone will ask her a question, and you can see behind the eyes, she doesn't know. She hasn't got a clue. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just reading a script that someone else has written. She is a moron. Anyway, the members of the British Soft Drinks Association are not considering legal action yet. And the Scottish Daily Express understands that the insiders believe a solution can be found without going to court. However, a series of retail bodies are also considering possible legal bids to recover their spending. And of course, if they go and they win their monies, then of course the likes of Coca-Cola or AG Bar or whatever will be boom straight into court. And of course, all this, we're not considering it yet, is their way of saying we're not considering it yet. That's up there with, that's a nice car, be a shame if anything happened to it. It's a threat, it's an implied threat, and that's there. They need to either pay these guys off, or there will be court cases, it's undoubted, because businesses will not hand out money like that. They have an obligation, they have a legal obligation to act in the interest of the shareholders. It will be they're legally obliged to go to court. That's how you've got to remember this. While the bungling minister has sidestepped questions on compensation this week in a series of gaff-strewn car crash interviews, in December 2021, she said, "I do not think that it is right to suggest that an additional financial penalty should be inflicted on Scotland's small breweries, hospitality businesses and convenience stores for delays that are due to Brexit and COVID, and which are in no way the fault of those businesses. In the same way that it's not their fault that you're a moron who can't do your job, or even there's some basic homework to ensure that paperwork is put in on time. You've said it, now you put your money where your big Canadian mouth is." Scottish Conservative MSP Maurice Golden said ministers had to be consistent and pay compensation because delays caused by her incompetence were clearly not the fault of businesses. Oh, but my God, she is going to fight every inch of the way because she knows her political life is resting on this. He said, since announcing the latest delay to her botched DRS scheme, Lorna Slater has evaded questions about compensation payments to businesses which have been left hugely out of pocket due to her incompetence. Just 18 months ago, she was the one making the case that businesses should not be financially penalised. Now, you see, this is the thing. I know I keep saying, oh, we're postponing it. They're not postponing it. It's officially cancelled. What's coming in 2025 is the UK-wide scheme. But it's not the SNP's version of DRS. This is a UK-wide scheme, and they have to go ahead with the rules put in place by the DRS, by this scheme from Westminster. They get to run it, but it all is centralised from Westminster, and they hate that because money. Anyway, Mr. Golden continued, her desperate attempts to blame the UK government for a shambles entirely of her making are further underlined by the fact that nationalists were aware 3 years ago about the need to apply for an Internal Market Act exemption. So it was her sheer negligence that they only applied for one at the 11th hour in March. And asked how the Scottish Government would respond to compensation demands from businesses, a spokesman for the First Minister said, "The first thing to note is that we obviously regret the scheme is not going ahead just now, but we are being put in a basically impossible position. Brackets, of your own making." The actions of the UK government in the last couple of weeks have made the scheme unviable now, and it will go ahead in October 2025 at the earliest. It's not Westminster's fault. It is so not Westminster's fault. And also, it wasn't Westminster that announced it. You did. You're responsible. Pay up. And they're just desperate to not pay up because they know they haven't got the money. She needs to go, and she needs to go quick, because every day that horse-faced idiot stands in that parliament, she costs taxpayers money every day, and increasing amounts of money. Surely because she's incompetent, she's stupid, and she does not understand any part of her brief. It's time to go, Lorna. Please, in the name of all that is decent, pack your bags and go home to Alberta. I'm coming up. Much as she is wonderful for YouTubers, she does create a lot of humour. She's comedy gold for YouTubers. But for the people of Scotland, she is an absolute menace. And I think the time has come. I think it's finally come that we bid her a fond farewell, or even just a farewell. Let's be honest, even a nasty farewell. We don't care. But she does need to pack her bags, pack her box, get the little cardboard box, have the security guard escort her out the building. She can sit on the steps with a little box, weep into her lap, and wait for the Uber to come to take her to Prestwick, where she can get a flight to anywhere in the world. Just please God, not Scotland, not England, not Ireland, not Wales. Nowhere. Go back to Canada. Canada will have you. Maybe, perhaps. Anyway, I shall finish there. thank you very much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here on the channel, please do hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, and don't ever vote green. This is what you get. Goodbye.